Hi all. So I'm just going to talk you through the Activism project so you can start thinking about it and working on it, since the end of the semester is coming up soon, and this project is going to involve you doing some group work. So just to show you where it is under content and then under Activism project. I've already downloaded it, so I'm going to pull it up right now. And this is for our race, gender, culture, sort of our external factors that impact the medical experience unit. Um, and so we've looked at disease and disability, we've talked about narrative medicine and the importance of storytelling, and now we've looked at archives and examined the history of some of our modern day medical practices. So we're going to switch from looking backward and inward to looking forward and outward. So this is your chance to do some activism. Unfortunately, it's going to have to be online activism because of, COVID, but I think it'll be useful nonetheless. And so I'm going to be asking you to form groups of 4 or 5, and you're going to volunteer for these groups based on issues that you would like to research further for your social activism project. So if you go to the group sign up link, you will see a Google Doc where you can sign up for your groups. And I had topics, for example, medical care for people with disabilities, which 2 people have already signed up for, or medical trials, or mental health and race, sexuality, or gender. But obviously, you can, or maybe not so obviously, you can pick your own topics if there's something on here that you'd really like to explore and that you'd really like to do some activism about. I tried to pick topics that were germane to your own interests. Okay, so you're going to put yourself into a group of 4, no more than 4. It could be fewer than 4. And I'm going to, once you have your groups, I'm going to make each of your groups an OAKS Dropbox. And so I'm going to be asking you to find 1 peer-reviewed source and 2 credible web-based sources about your topic. And this will be a separate lecture, which I'm also going to put up on OAKS as to how to find these. Please put your notes into the Dropbox, and I'm going to be looking at those notes as a part of your final letter grade. So your notes should give me, a decent summary of the articles that you read, and a sense of why it's important to your social activism project. And then using discussion board, which I'll also set up for your groups, Zoom, or the telephone, talk with your group mates and figure out what the best form of activism would be. So who do you want to inform? I mean, that's really the first question that I always ask, Is it a broader social media community? In that case, you can make a Facebook account and put a lot of statistics, facts, and links on there. Do you really want to inform sort of a younger community? In that case, use Instagram. Translate your information into visuals. By the way, if you're working on anything to do with mental illness or disability, you are welcome to use any of our neurodiversity accounts at the college. That's all my project. You can also use YouTube for videos, or even a free video maker like animoto.com, which is a lot of fun. If you're really interested in just targeting our campus community, you can use my medical humanities blog and write up something as a group. Your final project will be your social activism. So you'll provide me with a link on your discussion board, and you'll also be presenting, on our class discussion board, and you'll also be presenting your activism project during our final exam period, which is on December 11th from 10:30 to 12:30. Normally that's a really long time, or it is a very long time, so I would normally provide coffee and treats, but I will give you plenty of Zoom breaks instead. And I will also be posting a final presentation guide for details. So for now, and I'm going to go over how to find these kinds of articles, but for now what I'd like you to do is to get started by picking your groups, and or again making yourself a different group if there's something that I didn't think of. So please go on to here and sign up for a group so that I can start making your OAKS accounts, and we can start working on our research, and we can get going with this project. All right? Thank you all. Have a great weekend.